Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and confusion of faces scattered throughout the four corners of the earth through captivity. Let's start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rucha Kadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. I wanted to go into the extreme value of being of a humble and lowly spirit on this side that can only be classified as hell. All right. That life is divided into two sides, as it says in the scriptures, the dividing asunder of the times, which is the time preceding the kingdom and the time of the kingdom, which will be in eternity. And we're in the time obviously preceding the kingdom, which is also known as Esau's age, or really the age of the heathen, where pretty much since the beginning of time, there's been different heathen empires that have ruled in this world, okay? And wickedness was fucking the main theme in the earth, okay? Even though you had a few Israelite ruled empires, going into Solomon's reign, and then which was righteous, but the way that went out was fucking dismal. All right. And then you had during the so-called Middle Ages Israelites ruling in the earth, but that was also in wickedness. All right. But for the most part, you've had heathen ruled kingdoms since essentially the beginning of time. All right, starting with the fucking Hamites. All right, Nimrod and the ancient Babylon. Okay. Leading up to the end of that we're in, Esau, Edom's empire. All right. And how wickedness is the fucking foundation of this age that we're in this, on this side, which is really not even fucking living. All right. So it's of the best and most favorable spirit to be in is to be humble and lowly, okay? When you consider and weigh everything that's going down in the earth, okay? The wickedness and transgression of the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, all right? Just the fact of everything that's fucking going down in this place, all right? And even when you consider that when you're low, there's only one place to go, all right? When you're down and when you're low, you can get picked up, okay? But when you're high, there's only one place to go, and that's to get dragged down, okay? There's something associated with when a motherfucker gets high, all right? We can speak on it figuratively. When somebody is in that state of joy, and most of the joy that is obtained here is artificial, okay? There's always a come down after a high, okay? And that's why in this scripture in Ecclesiastes 7, it says that the feasting, which is synonymous with enjoyment, okay, getting high, and then also we'll go into it briefly about the substances that get you high, but high is that feeling, okay? It's fleeting. That feeling when you're on high, okay? You can obtain it in many different ways in this on this side. Of course, it being artificial and corrupted and all those things, but when you're high, you're not gonna get any fucking higher. You're already high. The only place for you to go is to get low. You know, is to fall. And that's what it speaks about. You know, pride goeth before destruction. Pride is synonymous with being high-minded. Okay, to be puffed up. Now you have a fall coming, and that's the same thing when you have that so-called feeling of being high. There's always a come down associated with that. All right, that's guaranteed. That's going to come subsequently. All right, but when you're low, there's only one way to go. That way is in that wise is to be brought up. Okay, that's essentially what this scripture in the third verse, Ecclesiastes 7, and let's see, in 2 and 3. Okay, we're going to go into it and break it down. And that to be humble and low is synonymous with sadness. And we're going to break that down, the word sad, that, you know, the world had a negative connotation with sad, with being sadness and that word. Okay? But it's actually the exact spirit that we're supposed to be in this time. There's a scripture, it's Micah 7 and 9, that says, we will bear the indignation of Yahweh Shem Yahushai because we have sinned against him. Our people, okay, are at the rock fucking bottom in society. Okay. Considering what the fuck is going down in this place, nothing but wickedness. You see? And through the knowledge of what's going down in this place, it puts you in a low, sad, weighty, grieved spirit. Okay, it makes you sorrowful, and that's actually not just that's straight up wisdom. That's the spirit we're supposed to be in. That's a good, and like it says, we're gonna go into it. It's better. It's Tawab. All right, it's the best fucking place we can be in. Okay, the true men of Yahweh Shem Yahushai would be in no other place than this. All right. But going back to it, you know, when you're so-called high, okay, that feeling, and when you're high, because see, people, they obtain highs in different ways. They can do it from the straight up drug, okay, different drugs. And we know all those. There's a wide range of substances that get you there, and not even to mention that it's fucking wicked. Okay, but we'll say from the A's, from alcohol all the way down the list. Okay, that you'll never obtain that high. All right, again, and then your tolerance, it increases for that shit, so you have to do more of it just to get that high. All right, but with every high there's a come down. Okay, so you have the drugs, and then you have it from a feeling. Okay, from fucking popping a woman. Okay, from eating, you get a high from eating, from different activities. You know, people were on a high, just on a high during the holidays, and that's why you have that thing. It's the come down from the fucking holidays that these people have every year, to where it's a heavy state of fucking depression after, the New Year's, so to speak. All right. But See, that's why the scriptures say that, you know, the house of feasting, which is synonymous with that high, with that enjoyment and all that shit. It's the end of all men, because after that you're gonna come down. All right. But when you're low, it says, what does it say? For by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. Then when you're low, there's only one way to go, and that's up. But when you're up, the only way to go is fucking down. All right. And going back into that tolerance, the more that you indulge, in the flesh, because the flesh is fucking insatiable. All right. I had this multi-millionaire tell me this, with just stupid, ridiculous money, and I'm only mentioning this because this is somebody with experience who's actually had it all and experienced everything, that has the sentiment that it's all fucking worthless. Okay. If you only knew how worthless money is on this side. But, he had everything that this society has to offer. And it was very telling what he told me years ago, even before the truth, that, the human appetite is fucking insatiable. It doesn't matter how much of something that you consume, the flesh is never fucking satisfied. Okay, whether it might be, if you're a man, box, if you're a woman, rod. Okay, this is genderless. Drugs, right? Fucking cocaine, fucking pharmaceuticals, pills. Well, these people on even the hard shit, fucking heroin and fucking methamphetamine and all this other shit. You always have to get more. And see, not only is it insatiable, your tolerance grows and you need more of the shit, even to just get a semblance of that high. And guess what? You'll never get to that top high of the first time, or the second or the third. So you're constantly playing fucking catch up. All right. And it's a miserable, dismal fucking existence. All right. But that's what this society promotes. All right. That's the major theme of this fucking place. But the major theme of the scriptures is to be low, is to be of lowliness. Lowliness, okay? To be humble. Well, the word humble means ground, literally. The etymology of humble is humus, which means ground, all right? Which is low. Okay, we're going to go into these breakdowns in the scriptures to demonstrate this, all right? And the elect would be in the spirit, okay? Considering everything that's going down in this motherfucker, man. Look, and that's why it says, the more you know, the more you know, the harder it is. Okay, or the more grief that you have, the more sorrow, or shalakia. The more knowledge that you have, the more sorrow, and the more wisdom that you have, the more grief. Okay, and that's, once again, that's not only okay, that's the best fucking place to be in this time. All right, there's a statement that says ignorance is bliss. When you don't know what the fuck is going on, then can you? And even it's not though, okay? Because it's not bliss, because in the long run you're gonna get fucked when you realize what's really going down. All right. Well, let's just hop into it. It says, it is better to go, this is in Ecclesiastes 7 and 2. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Okay, so it's better to mourn. It's better to be, which mourning is synonymous with sadness, which is synonymous with being low, okay, with being humble. It says then to go to the house of feasting, which is synonymous with being high, okay, with so-called fun, okay, with enjoyment and all these things. And it says, for that is the end of all men. Because once we are high, there's only one way to go, which is fucking down when you're up. And that's the spirit. They say that in this society, the turn up, to the extent that, you know, you had that faggot Little John had that song that says, turn down for what? What are we going to turn down for? Stay up. Which that is, you know, that was a fucking false advertisement. Because you're gonna come down, okay? Especially with you trying to turn up all the fucking time. You have a major crash that's in store for you. All right? But that's pretty much the thing that they promote in this society, is for you to constantly be on that high, okay? To look for that in everything that you fucking do. Which is really, you know, it's leading you into destruction. Okay, it says sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. Okay? So when you're low, there's only one way to go, and that's up. When you're sad, there's only one way to go. There's only one thing to do, which is for you to become joyful. Okay? And joy cometh in the morning. All right? Joy cometh on the next side. We're going to have a whole fucking eternity to be in that state of joy and to get that high and to be up. So why not fucking be low right now? And really, how could you not? You're just in a weirdo, bugged out fucking spirit. If you're in that spirit of being fucking chipper and up all the time, okay? Straight up. This word sad in the etymology means, because it said the sadness of the countenance, right? It says it means to be sated, to be weary, to be weighty and dense. Okay, the scriptures tell us to call a solemn assembly, considering that the Most High's destruction is at hand. All right, that's in Joel, the first chapter, verse 14 and 15. It says, call a solemn assembly and cry unto the Lord. Okay, because the destruction from the Almighty is in store. All right, the sword that's being prepared and furbished to destroy this fucking place in its many forms of destruction. Okay. So it's telling us to be in this state, to be telling us to be sad. Okay. And they have a negative fucking connotation with that of this world. Okay. Yep. See, to the point where they say, I'm not sure if I mentioned that right. Um, Turned down for what? Okay. So it's a constant encouragement, um, and persuasion, okay, and coaxing really for you to try to turn up all the motherfucking time when we're supposed to be. The scriptures tells us to be fucking solemn in this time. The opposite of mirth. Okay, it says. The We'll look at that. Enough, okay, which means to be filled. The senses. It says steadfast, firm, and serious, sober. All right. Sad means sated, full, having had one's fill. All right. Let's go down. It says firmly established, set, hard, rigid, firm, sober, serious, orderly, and regular. Okay, we went into the word grave because one of the definitions, one of the synonyms of solemn is grave. Okay, it means to be heavy and ponderous. Okay, so thinking about what's coming on the earth, it says mournful. Okay, just as we said, firmly established, uh, fixed. It says serious, grave. Okay, there you go. So the scriptures tells us that it's better to go in the house of mourning. All those things, right? It says sorrowfulness, sadness in the AV 1611 biblical glossary. It says sorrowful, affected with grief, cast down with affliction. It says, let's see, downcast, gloomy, having the external appearance of sorrow as a sad countenance. Serious, grave, not gay, light or volatile. So now it's not to be in that spirit of gaiety. All right, which when you go into mirth, that's a synonym for mirth, is gaiety. Okay, hilarity. All right, to be afflictive. Let's see, let's go down some. To be heavy, weighty, ponderous. Okay, ponderous means when you ponder something, you fucking meditate about it. Okay. Sadness, going down to this word, defining it in this, it says sorrowfulness, mournfulness, dejection of mind. Okay. As grief and sadness at the memory of sin. Is that not what it says in Micah 7:9? Bearing the indignation because we have sinned against them as a fucking people. Okay. The fucking filth of our people as a nation, what they've done and what they continue to do, of what we seek, of what they continually do to his face. Okay. Let me see if I can pull that scripture up. To my face. Let's see. Isaiah 65:3. Let's start up. Isaiah 65 at the top. I am sought of them that ask not for me. I am found of them that sought me not. I said, behold me, unto a nation that was not called by my name. Salakia. I've spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good, after their own thoughts, a people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face, that sacrificeth in gardens, and burneth incense upon altars of brick, which remain among the graves and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh and broth of abominable things in their vessels, which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. These are smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. Okay, considering what the nation of Israel, what our fucking people are doing, okay, the filth and abominations that they're committing, that they do it straight to the Most High's face, continually, man. All right. How are they provoking him to anger continually to his face? By their fucking deeds, okay? By the abominations that they commit on a constant fucking basis, all right? How could you be chipper? Of course, we meditate on the kingdom, absolutely. But how the fuck can you be happy and chipper? Okay, you're in a weirdo spirit. But we're going to go into it, man. We're going to continue to express and show that this is the best spirit to be in, man. To be in a state of sadness. Let's see if there is any more juice in that. Khan, back here in the AB 1611 Biblical Glossary, it says, seriousness, sedate gravity, okay? So you being weighed down, to be serious, to be solemn, okay? It said it's better than anything else. And ultimately, you know, when you're low, there's only one place to go, and that's up. But when you're up, the only place to go is fucking down, okay? Stay humble so you don't have to get humbled. Proverbs 16, and starting at 18, the point is in 19. But this holds relevance that pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall, okay? And pride is synonymous with being up, with being haughty, being high or high-minded, puffed up. It says, better it is to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. See, and that's what it is when you're up. It's likened unto you being or attempting to prosper with the wicked. Right now is the time when the proud, which is the so-called fucking white man, okay, primarily, and then subsequently anyone who's of a proud spirit, okay, it's likened unto you attempting to prosper with the wicked. What does the scriptures say that? For the triumphing of the wicked is short. This is the time when the wicked is triumphing. So the proud, the wicked, Esau, Edom, and including the heathen nations, they're dividing the spoil right now. Okay? This is the time where they're dividing the spoil. The spoil being our people and everything they fucking stole from us. Okay? The fatness of the earth as well. Alright? That the Most High gave to their hand for a time, for a short time. So now is not the time to divide the spoil with the wicked. It's not the time to triumph with fucking Esau, Edom. so-called white man in the heathen nations. So it's better to be of a humble spirit with the lowly, to be humble and low. There you go. And let's break it down. Proverbs 16 and 19. That word better, tawab, okay, means it is excellent of its kind, okay? So it's the best of its kind. It's the most excellent of its kind, meaning it is the best place to be in. All right? It says pleasant to the higher nature. Okay? It says it's of a benefit. See? It's morally good to be in this spirit. It's precious. Okay? It's actual wealth. And what is it better to be of? In the humble spirit. Let's go into this. Okay. Shapal. The Hebrew word shapal, Strong's 82:17. All right, to be to be humble, right? Humble in the Paleo Hebrew, shapal says to be low. Okay? To be low in height, that means to be we're going to get into it. It's to say depressed. Okay? Which is synonymous with being sad. And that's not meaning on Esau's depression, where you want to fucking kill yourself and all that stupid bullshit. That's not having understanding. It's okay to be depressed. All right? Humble of condition or spirit. It's to have a humble spirit, man. Depressed just means to be pressed down. And pressed down is synonymous with being low, with being humble. Pressed down is the opposite of being puffed up. And we're going to get this to show you lowliness of mind. Being depressed, being low, being humble is all synonymous. And it's the best place to be. All right? I just can't fucking stress it enough. Because too busy are our people, and even motherfuckers in this truth are trying to seek happiness and be in that fucking chipper spirit. And that's not a problem, everything in its balance, but this is the primary right here, man. Okay? And you begin to contemplate on, how the fuck can you not be in the spirit if you have true understanding? All right? It says the lowly, it's going to echo that, all right? Wow, there it is. It's I nigh. Okay? I nigh. Strong's H6035. To be poor, humble, afflicted, meek, lowly. All right? And that's what this word is, lowly, in Paleo Hebrew. And here it is in the Strong's definition. Depressed in mind or circumstances. Needy, especially saintly. Okay? There you go. So, depressed in the mind, which just means pressed down, to be low, to be humble. So it's the best to be in the spirit. And on this side, understanding that this is so fucking temporary, you couldn't even imagine. You can't even fathom in your mind. It's even, for us, it's kind of transcendent until we get to the kingdom. Transcendent meaning it's above our understanding. How temporary this time, this whole age was. Okay? even the tens of thousands of years that have passed since the beginning. All right. It's transcendent. It's beyond our understanding until we get to the kingdom, because it's hard to grasp the concept of eternity, age never ending, especially us being in these chains of fucking darkness that are limited. Okay, these bodies, this flesh that is prone to sin. Okay, let's continue on. And actually, yeah, let's jump into this Psalm 72 and we'll close out in Philippians. Psalm 72. Okay. Let's go to the 12th verse. It says, Psalm 72 and 12. It says, for he shall deliver the needy when he crieth, the poor also, and him that hath no helper. Okay, we know the poor and needy is in reference to the nation of Israel. The poor, the needy, the lowly. Whenever you see this, it's in reference to Israel, okay? And primarily to the elect of the nation of Israel. Because not only is not all Israel of Israel, but the 2/3 are over there trying to fucking divide the spoil with the proud. They're over there, they are of their father, the fucking devil, Esau, Edom, the so-called fucking white man, seeking to triumph with the wicked. But the Most High is going to deliver the elect, okay? And they're going to be the first fruits into that kingdom, into the time of eternity, of infinitely being up, okay? Then it will really be turned down for what? All right? To have that joy that's coming in the morning, okay, when the kingdom is established for an eternity, all right? He shall spare the poor and needy, and shall save the souls of the needy. He shall redeem their soul from deceit and violence, and precious shall their blood be in his sight. Okay, let's grab that. And I think it's the same. It echoes the same connotation. Okay. Yep, that's solid. We went into that Shapal and then the Ainai, which means depressed, okay, in the mind. Let's see. Yep. The poor also, right? Ainai, same word. See? So we went into the lowly, we went into humble, and now this is poor. And Apostle Gabar did a fire video going to that. We came into this truth to be poor. Not just poor financially, but to be poor in our mind. Okay? Poor of spirit. Okay? Poor and weak, it says. Wretched, it says depressed in mind or circumstances, man. All right? So we came in this truth to be poor, as the apostle went into, okay, to be in this state. Because the opposite is being puffed up. Okay, I'll fucking say it again. Depressed just means pressed down. Fucking humble, lowly. All right? you're low, there's only one way to go, and that's up. And that's where the fuck we're going, man. Lord, the elect. That's where the elect is going. Is going higher than high, man. Higher than sky high. Gonna blast off of this fucking planet and go and inhabit the other planets, man. Blast out into the galaxies and nebulas, okay? To understand what we have in store for us. So there's plenty of fucking time, and that's so much of an understatement that it's silly, okay? That's almost we almost say that shit fucking facetiously, all right? When you understand infinity, eternity, never ending, okay? We have when they say we have plenty of time, that's facetious, because time, it won't be time. We'll have the rest of time, okay? We'll know time. So plenty of time, meaning fucking infinite time. All right. To experience what the Most High has in store for us, which is going to be the ultimate up. Okay, the ultimate high. Salakia, this is in Philippians 2 and 3, finishing off. It says, let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other. Let each esteem other better than themselves. Okay, we're going to go into that lowliness of mind. All right. Philippians 2 and 3. When you're low, there's only one way to go. All right. And these people's high is going to come crashing the fuck down in this time we're about to enter into. And then you're going to have, the heathen. Even though when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Okay, so the heathen will be rejoicing, but they're going to be in a state of hell for a time. All right? Bitter fucking captivity for the controversy of Zion, for what they dealt unto the nation of Israel. Let's go into this.
Strong's G 5012. Tapai nafrasune. Tapai nafrasune.
Nufostune. Tapai nufrosune. Okay? It says, having a humble opinion of oneself, a deep sense of one's littleness. A deep sense of one's littleness. That means being fucking low. Okay, modesty, humility, lowliness of mind. Okay, here it is. Humiliation of mind. Okay, humiliation of mind. The state of being humble. Okay, of being low, groundly, of being depressed. In that good sense, pressed down. All right. So this is the best fucking spirit to be in, man. All right. Guaranteed. Because then what does it say? By the lowliness of the countenance, by the sadness of the countenance, by being low, then you're made better. When you're low, there's only one way to go, which is up, which is an understatement of where we're going. Or will we be part of that number, but where the elect is going, the first fruits of the nation of Israel, and then even going to translate into the rest of Israel. Okay, so why the fuck not on this side? So with that, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Ruchad Kadash. Shalom.